It's called a promo,
Shut
kid.
your
And
mouth,
if you want to
John.
be the big dog, you're going to have to learn how to do it. So go ahead.
You ready? No! I said, are you ready?
That was good. I'm glad you finally decided to pull that giant stick out of your butt and have some fun for once in your life.
You're uneducated marks! You sit there on your phones tweeting out your opinions like they're worth a damn. Let me explain something to you people. You don't know shit!
And I'd like to think that maybe this company will be better after Vince McMahon is dead.
I actually hit the button on accident, but I'm always ready to go.
We
so let's
always
go.
ready, baby. Let's go. Wrestling in the
Always
middle all day, every day.
Especially with time travel. These are really fun episodes. I feel like fan-wise, these are really fun episodes too. We're about to go down the timeline. 11/11.
Hey,
It's like
I like that.
I was like picking significant dates, but 11/11 felt cool. And there's actually a lot of shit that we're about to get into from 11/11. Apparently, It's a
Awesome.
popular date.
Acknowledge
Let me get my color codes here. We're gonna start. I'm gonna dive since it's a long one. I'm gonna dive straight into the first one a little bit. First one's
Okay.
96 Raw,
96
19
Raw. Ooh.
November 11th, 1996. Did you watch live in 96? I was just
Yeah.
barely being a year old, so
No, yeah, I was definitely watching live.
there's the age gap.
I'm trying to think Vader or who was in there? Who was in the mix?
Let's see, November 11th, 96. Raw took place from the War Memorial Coliseum in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Ooh, okay.
Fort Wayne, Indiana. Here's some of the matches that were on the card. It was Owen Hart and Davey Boy Smith
Yep.
took on Shawn Michaels and Psycho Sid. They beat them as well.
That was definitely in the meat of all that.
Mankind defeated Freddie Joe Floyd.
Ooh.
And then Steve Austin defeated Bob Holly. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of am interested to know who Freddie Joe Floyd was.
That's interesting because I
That's
when I
what-
thought 96 and I said, okay, I know the players in that era. I'm like, Owen immediately came to my head. I said, I wonder if Owen's gonna be on that card. And sure enough, that's so good.
It's one of my favorite from the 90s. Freddie Joe Floyd. I mean, he was just somebody in the WWF. Like, he didn't even have another gimmick. Oh, I'll do the screen share. You can see Freddie Lee Floyd. He looks like he was there for a short time.
Oh, okay. Look at Freddie Joe.
Freddie Joe Floyd. Good to know. Learned something new.
Mankind done put the mandible claw in his mouth.
Now, what's interesting about this, it was a very short Raw on the results. Let me switch over again. At the exact same time Raw is taking place over on TNT, we got
Yes.
96 Nitro. Nitro was taking place. There we go. Get my orange for Nitro. And they were in the Bayfront area in St. Petersburg, Florida. They're over in
Ooh,
Florida.
they're in Florida. Okay, cool.
And this one's lengthy. So on this card, there was a dark match. Miguel Perez Jr. defeated La Parca. Crazy.
Okay.
Jeff Jarrett defeated Chris Benoit by DQ. Zero defeated Malia Hosaka in the WCW Women's Championship Tournament first round match.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. Rey Mysterio Jr. Loved him in WCW, surprisingly.
Hell yeah.
Defeated Cyclope.
Cyclope.
Thank you.
Yes.
This is why I hired you. I wouldn't have gotten that. Because again, like I wasn't even around at the time. And when it comes, I say this so often, when it comes to WCW knowledge, you have to force me to go find it. Do you have to?
Oh, okay.
The more I try with WCW, the more I said, I'm not trying with WCW.
Man, there's so much just random stuff with WCW. It's so good. Even that match was probably pretty damn good.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio Jr. in WCW was like surprisingly really good. Same thing with Jericho. Like Jericho had a lot of good stuff going in WCW. There's some people in there that's like, well, they did do some of their great work there. Who else was on the card? Lex Luger defeated Scott Norton. Scott Norton's on this
That's a
card.
good match. I love Scott Norton. He's one of my favorites of all time. One of the best power bombs ever.
Mega over tag team Harlem Heat, Booker and Stevie defeat the amazing French Canadians. Jacques Rougeau was on that team.
Whoa!
Forgot about Jacques Rougeau. We talked about him on one of the pay-per-views. He was like a special guest enforcer on a pay-per-view. Canadian rules.
Man,
The nightmare flashback came.
the Rougeaus.
Conan defeated Chris Jericho by DQ.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Conan in WCW was
Órale.
like they had the rocket on Conan in WCW. And then Miguel Perez Jr. was back on the card, defeated
What? Out of
Juventud
the dark.
Guerrera.
Okay.
Let's see who else. Faces of Fear defeated the American Males. Marcus Bagwell and Scotty Riggs. I was like, I don't remember the American Males myself. And then in a dark match, this is what the fans got treated to when the show was over. Hollywood Hogan defeated Lex Luger to retain the WCW World Heavyweight title. Fans at home fans in the crowd got
I
Hogan
kind
Luger.
of I kind of remember that now. Now that I think about that main event. I feel like there's not more to that story of how that
There actually is. This is one of the few in these columns where I'm going to read the other segments. Not every
Oh,
show has
okay.
other segments, but this one does. And again, that was a dark match. But when I read the other segment aspect of it, it'll probably start unlocking those memories you're thinking of.
Yeah.
All right, other segments. In the background during the intro segment, security tended to a fan in the crowd who was waving a package in his hand, apparently trying to get the attention of Tony Schiavone and Larry Zbyszko. Commentary team did not notice the fan.
Hmm.
Another feature footage from the previous week of Mike Tenay conducting an interview with Jeff Jarrett, with Chris Benoit and Stephen McMichael stepping in when Jarrett claimed to be a horseman. After Benoit and McMichael left, Jarrett continued his rant on WCW needing a leader to face the New World Order. Sting was shown in the crowd. Of course he
Yes.
was.
Hell yeah.
Included a segment where the same fan, Ken McDade, from the
Oh.
opening segment, jumped the rail and gave the commentary team the package before he was ejected by security.
Crazy work.
Yeah. A note the fan left with the commentary team said the video was a hit in Europe in 1992 and it was a VHS tape.
Oh, okay. What's in the box? It was a VHS tape.
Nice reference. Featured footage of Ric Flair going through rehabilitation in Birmingham, Alabama with Dr. James Andrews.
Oh, okay. He was
Included-
injured? He was injured?
Yeah. Included Gene Okerlund conducting an interview in the aisle with Diamond Dallas Page regarding his being recruited by the New World Order. And this is
Never.
when NWO was going crazy and just putting everybody in.
Everybody in.
Okay, next segment. Moments later, WCW Tag Team Champions Scott Hall and Kevin Nash appeared, with Page being offended that he would become the 8th member of the group. Well,
Oh, man.
Nash replied they couldn't come to him earlier because Eric Bischoff lives 2 doors down from Page. Neighbors. All right, another one. There's so many segments on this one because WCW was kind of ahead of its time on like being story driven first. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of matches, but
Continuing.
also it's a lot of segments.
Yes.
Featured the announcement that Jim Duggan, Chris Benoit, Hugh Morris, Jacques Rougeau, Carl Olay, WCW Cruiserweight Champion Dean Malenko, yes, and WCW TV Champion Lord Steven Regal would be a part of WCW Saturday Night. Good to know.
Right? Jim Duggan, Hacksaw in the
I feel like
90s.
I feel like that segment didn't need to be on this episode. Like I didn't need to read that. Now that I have read it, I feel like I wasted a little bit of time with it.
There's a lot of people to rattle off.
Included a segment where several men wearing NWO shirts and carrying picket signs led Hall, Nash, and Six to the ring. That's always hard for me to say Six.
I know, right?
With Hall saying he, Nash, and WCW World Champion Hulk Hogan would be heading to the West Coast Saturday for the Cable Ace Awards. Nash then said while the NWO already had a segment on WCW Saturday Night, they had plans to take Nitro in a few weeks. So they're just like taking over altogether.
Yeah, right. The Cable Ace Awards, WO's coming.
Segment with Ted DiBiase with Vincent in the crowd calling for Sting, who didn't appear, and thanked Sting for laying out Jeff Jarrett earlier in the show and offered him an NWO t-shirt. Why is Ted DiBiase offering him an NWO t-shirt?
What a wild
I'm saying we weren't even in the crazy part of WCW yet. Like we didn't even get to like 98 and up.
right?
This
And
is
that's
when it was
already a
supposed to be
wild
good.
melding of like the old generation and the new generation coming up. Like it's a crazy time.
Included Roddy Piper's "I'm Your Man" music video released in 1992 in Europe,
Wow.
in which Piper was shown training as his and Hulk Hogan's name appeared on a marquee. Hey. Featuring a closing in-ring segment with WCW World Champion Hulk Hogan, the Giant, Big Show,
Yeah.
with WCW US title, DiBiase, Vincent, and the Giant, and Elizabeth dressed as an elf, in which Hogan said he would wipe the mat with Piper and that Piper doesn't want any of Hogan. Hogan then posed until the show went off the air, and then he had the dark match with Lex Luger.
Wow. That's crazy. Okay. So that's what it was. It was a dark match is what it was. Okay.
Yeah, it was a dark match.
Yeah, because I remember I remember something about it, but I didn't know what it was.
It's like a banger dark match because the
Yeah,
main event
right?
of it was the Faces of Fear and the American Males. Surprisingly, I always feel like anytime, and this is the second time travel now that I've had to be plagued with WCW just being this long, drawn out thing of confusion.
Of just nonsense sometimes. Yeah.
It is a common theme I've noticed. Thank you, WCW.
As long as they threw the luchadores in there.
Let's get
I
back.
bet that was just part of the meeting.
Let's get back to the Attitude Era. We're going to 99 SmackDown, baby.
Ooh,
I love
this is
SmackDown.
yes.
WWF SmackDown, November 11th, took place at the Baltimore Arena in Baltimore. Okay, awesome.
Okay.
Dark match. Kurt Angle defeated Shawn Stasiak. This name you haven't heard in a minute. Another dark match. Gangrel defeated Poppy Chulo.
Oh,
Another
wow.
name you don't hear every day. Oh, more dark matches. They had hella dark matches here, actually. The Headbangers defeated Midian and Viscera.
Oh, wow.
Julio Fantastico defeated Rich Myers.
Okay.
Now onto the main card. Hardcore Holly defeated Edge. Not the other way around.
Dang.
Again, in 99 or 90, I feel like even 96 and up, like Bob Holly had a big push several times.
Yes, he was just mean and he made it work, man.
Right. You know who is going to carry us into the future? Bob Holly.
Right?
Okay.
In his hardcore era, man. That was something good.
The Dudley Boys defeated the Godfather and D'Lo Brown.
Shout out Bubba Ray.
Val Venus fought Davey Boy Smith with the Mean
not
Street
Val
Posse.
Venus.
Yeah, to a no contest in a WWF European Championship match.
Was he was already over his like adult film star era, was he?
I feel like he was just past it, but at the same time, they didn't leave it alone.
Yeah. Like they were still touching on, but he wasn't like full blown, like in a towel and stuff, right?
Yeah, I think they already cut his off by that point.
Yeah.
I remember
that was horrifying as a child.
You gotta know to know. Who else fought here? The Big Boss Man defeated Farouk to retain the Hardcore Championship.
Big Boss Man, I love that era of him too.
I wouldn't mind Farouk having the Hardcore title. You kidding me?
Right.
Grandmaster Sexay with Scotty 2 Hotty defeated Jeff Hardy with Matt Hardy and Terry Runnels ringside.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was just after they won the No Mercy ladder match and had Terry Runnels as a manager. It was not a good fit in my opinion, but whatever.
It's crazy. Like in no way, shape, or form in booking would I ever book Scotty 2 Hotty to defeat Jeff Hardy. Now knowing where we're at,
right?
Yeah, like nowhere am I booking that. But go ahead.
Tori fought Ivory to a no contest in a WWF Women's Championship match. They were just a fan of the no contest title match. Like, you won't win the title, but you'll come close. And then our main event, this is a cool main event. The Rock, Shane McMahon, Kane, and Test defeated D-Generation X, Triple H, X-Pac, Billy Gunn, and the Road Dogg, of course. In an elimination match, too, the order of elimination, Kane fought X-Pac to a double countout. Gunn defeated Shane with the Famouser. Gunn was disqualified for hitting Test with the chair. Makes sense. Rock defeated Road Dogg with the Rock Bottom. Test defeated Triple H after the guest ring enforcer Steve Austin hit Triple H with a chair. Handed to him by Arnold Schwarzenegger, who did guest commentary for the bout.
No, I need to give Stone Cold a chair right now. He needs help.
Yeah. That's definitely a gem to find right there.
That is crazy.
It is, and what's funny is it's actually one of the more iconic early SmackDown episodes too. So came on our 11/11 episode.
Back when Test was getting a big push too.
Yeah.
Giving him a chance.
Other segments. It featured Vince McMahon presenting guest Arnold Schwarzenegger with his own World Heavyweight title belt after being named the World Box Office Champion. Makes
That's
sense.
cool.
Included a trailer for Schwarzenegger's upcoming film, End of Days.
Ooh, I love that movie. I've only seen it a handful of times, but I like it.
Man, Schwarzenegger got the big rub in 99.
Heck yeah.
All right, switch me back over to Raw, baby. It's red for
Oh,
Raw.
okay. Dang.
We're getting into my favorite era now. Like, this is 2002 Raw. We're about to start getting to
2002.
the hotbed for me. And where did we go November 11th, 2002? U.S. Bank Arena in Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, I cannot wait to read this card out to you.
Let's see.
First match, Kane and Rob Van Dam defeated Chris Jericho and Christian by DQ
Wow.
in a World Tag Team title match.
Awesome.
And my favorite version of the World Tag Team Championships, on this note, this is so random. I wouldn't have told you this prior to this conversation happening. I forgot that just last night I had a dream about the World Tag Team titles. Those World
Whoa.
Tag Team titles. It's wild.
Those exact ones, that era?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
It is. I digress. That was just a weird thing that happened in my brain. All right, Jeff Hardy finally got over and defeated Lance Storm on this Raw.
Okay. Finally got over.
The 3-minute warning defeated Bubba Ray Dudley and Spike Dudley.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. Jamal and Rosie, by the way.
Hell yeah.
Christopher Nowinski defeated Al Snow. Okay. Do you remember Christopher Nowinski?
I do remember him. Yeah.
He's I feel like more famous now for the work he's done in the field of concussions than he was when he was in the ring.
Right.
In
Yeah,
fact,
for sure.
me and Dylan Dylan has never seen Tough Enough, and I've been making Dylan watch the first seasons of Tough Enough. We finally got through the first one, and he didn't recognize anybody. He didn't recognize Christopher Nowinski. He didn't recognize Josh Matthews in that show.
Oh, wow.
Crazy to me.
I mean, yeah, when you look at them and they look so young, like I see old Tough Enough clips and I'm like, whoa, these guys look like children compared to what they are now. Like,
I could recognize Josh Matthews from anywhere.
yeah.
Acknowledge
All right. Steven Richards and Test with Stacy Keibler defeated Goldust and the Hurricane. What a tag team.
Wow.
And then in our main event, this was an actual main event banger. Triple H defeated Booker T.
Oh, wow, that's a good one. Triple H going over. Triple H going over, of course.
Telling you, you cannot go wrong with early 2000s, and that's why we're going to go to 2004 SmackDown now.
Ooh.
SmackDown.
Yeah, I was fresh out of high school.
And this one took place at the American Bank Center in Corpus Christi, Texas.
Como la flor.
I love Corpus Christi.
Shout out Selena.
Yes. All right. Who was wrestling on this day in this arena? Chavo Guerrero and Rey Mysterio defeated Billy Kidman and Spike Dudley. That's a good one.
Nice.
Speak of the devil, Josh Matthews with Booker T defeated Orlando Jordan with JBL. That's something I need to go back and see, my dude.
Watch that match. Yeah, for sure.
You're telling me Josh Matthews, with the help of Booker T, beat Orlando Jordan?
With JBL? With JBL in his corner?
What? Give me a title. I need a title. I need something. That just that floored me. Who else was here? Oh, what a tag team. Eddie Guerrero and Rob Van Dam defeated Luther Reigns and Mark Jindrak.
Oh, wow.
Before Roman Reigns, we had Luther Reigns.
Luther Reigns.
They wanted to make him a Roman Reigns. I felt like when I look back in history, Vince McMahon was trying to get that Reigns name off on somebody. He finally found the right horse to back with it.
But Eddie and Rob Van Dam, what a tag team, huh?
I know. And
dang, I kind of want to watch that match just to revisit that era of that.
Yeah, just to see Josh Matthews with Booker T.
Hey, right?
Another thing though, like Eddie Guerrero and Rob Van Dam against each other is one of my favorite matchups.
Yes.
The ladder match they had on Raw for this here belt that I'm holding.
Yeah.
That was oof. And fun fact for people who don't know, Rob Van Dam sustained a back injury in that match that didn't get healed until like 3 years ago. It was crazy.
Wow.
He like wrestled his whole peak TNA era and everything past that with just a completely shattered back. It's wild.
With that he got in that match? Now I gotta watch it again.
Yeah. There's a
Yeah.
spot when Eddie like backdrops Rob Van Dam onto a ladder and completely
Oh,
shatters his back.
crazy.
I can't remember the exact injury. That's why I'm just like vaguely giving a description to it. Who else was it? Oh yeah, our main event. The Big Show defeated Kurt Angle by DQ. That was the main event here. I'm not going to change the color though. We're only skipping a year over. We're going to go from Thursday SmackDown on UPN to Friday Night SmackDown in '05.
Oh,
We're on
wow.
Friday nights now.
Are we still on UPN? Or are we on TNN?
No, I think it was still on UPN, but I can't remember. I remember the switch to Friday nights, and they didn't switch off of UPN right away. So
Okay.
we'll have to go back for a history lesson on that. The November 11th, 2005 edition of SmackDown was televised. Okay, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Took place November 8th, actually, is pre recorded. This was
Oh,
Eddie Guerrero's last ever event before his unexpected death from heart failure 2 days later.
I was about to say, I was like 2005 for sure.
Yeah, this
Dang,
was
that's crazy.
that's why I was reading into that. It took place in Conesco Fieldhouse, Indianapolis, but Eddie Guerrero's last ever event before his unexpected death. It's crazy. Which even then he died. No, he died in a hotel. I just had to fact check
Yeah.
myself. I was like, all right, Survivor Series team SmackDown qualifying match. Rey Mysterio defeated Randy Orton with Bob Orton Jr. ringside by
Wow.
disqualification. Oh, so Randy Orton got disqualified. That makes sense.
Yeah. With his dad.
Okay, another qualifying match to make the SmackDown Survivor Series team. Lashley defeated Orlando Jordan, Bobby Lashley.
Hmm.
In the next qualifying match, Eddie Guerrero defeated Mr. Kennedy by disqualification. Okay, and then let's see who else we got here.
Yeah, that Mr. Kennedy. That's right. That was his last opponent. I was trying to think so hard. I was like, who was his last opponent? It was Mr. Kennedy for sure.
Which I don't know, Mandela. I always thought it was JBL. There was an incident, and it might have came before this then, where Eddie had suffered a heart-related problem ringside.
Oh
and
yeah.
like they had to
Yeah,
call a
ringside.
match.
Yeah, I remember that.
So that's why I had a bit of confusion there, and that's why I was like, was it his last opponent? It just the timeline gets a little fuzzy to me. All right, another qualifying match here. JBL defeated Chris Benoit.
Ooh, that's
I
a good
remember
one.
that. I watched this non-title street fight between Batista and Edge, which
Oh,
ended
okay,
in
yeah,
no
yeah.
contest.
No
Because they were
contest.
building to Survivor Series, and a lot of these we get into will be, on the
Had to
way
be
to
o-
Survivor Series. So
Yeah, had to be open-ended a little bit.
switch over. Now we're gonna go to a cool little subsection. This is 2007 TNA Genesis pay-per-view.
Ooh, okay.
November 11th, we had TNA Genesis. In 2007, TNA was banging, dude. AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, Christopher Daniels.
This is
They were at
the
the
like
peak.
they were the precipice of it, right? Like this was
Yeah.
them popping off.
Yeah, I always say it, from 2007 to 2012, they were in their own hot period that you couldn't stop.
Yeah.
All right, who was wrestling on TNA Genesis? You're about to find out.
Yeah.
Shop of Horrors match to open. Abyss
Ooh,
defeated
Abyss.
Black Rain. Yeah,
Yes.
legend, of course.
Hell yeah.
In a tag team match, TNA Legends Motor City Machine Guns defeated Team 3D. That was a great
Whoa.
match too. Yeah, the
That
Motor
is
City Machine Guns
crazy.
and 3D. They had many great matches. TNA Women's Knockout Title Fatal 4-Way match. Well, she might be in the heat now. She's definitely one of the best TNA Women's Champions of all time. Gail Kim defeats
Gail
Angel
Kim.
Williams, ODB, and Roxy Laveau. And then our X Division title match. Jay Lethal defeats Sanjay Dutt.
Wow.
Yeah, y'all forget that Sanjay was like legit in the ring at one point.
Crazy. And he's
Sanjay Dutt
still
had some big matches in ROH and TNA, and nobody can remember, it seems like.
and now
I
he's
don't
just
know.
like a side card player, but still
Yeah, he mostly
been
is just
putting-
backstage.
yeah, he's been putting in work. That's crazy.
TNA World Tag Team title match, because yes, the Mosu Machine Guns and 3D didn't even have the titles on the line. They didn't need them.
Yeah.
They were that good. No, this is where it'll get you, because not a lot of people remember this tag team, but he was one of AJ Styles' right hand mans. AJ Styles and Tomko defeat the Steiner brothers.
Who?
Tyson Tomko.
Tyson
Which,
Tomko?
you don't remember Tomko?
Oh.
He's a big I remember him most from WWE and being with Christian. He's very tall, bald, soul patch goatee.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I know what you're talking about. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and after all the stuff he did with Christian, he did some stuff with AJ Styles and TNA. He was AJ Styles' like right hand man.
That's
What's
right.
wild is after all that, after having all that, he ended up,
There he is.
leaving wrestling and going and committing like armed robberies. So
Well, I'm looking at. I pulled up his picture right now, and yeah, I could see it.
yeah, he didn't stay in the positive light.
Yeah, definitely retired.
And damn, defeated the Steiner brothers. That's the big what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Singles match, a banger singles match, because again, can't stress enough, 2017 they had bangers. Samoa Joe defeats Robert Roode.
Wow.
Two people who are killing it in
Robert
TNA.
Roode, a young Robert Roode. He had to have been what, in his 20s?
Yeah, his work in TNA I feel like is still his best. Other than like the stuff he did in NXT,
Yeah.
it could level up with it, but TNA Robert Roode, man, it was a thing. All right, TNA World Heavyweight Title #1 contender fight for the right tournament final ladder match. The right to fight tournament final ladder match. Kaz defeats Christian Cage.
Wow.
I know. I would have reversed that decision, but whatever. Not your main event though, because this was like the big thing from
TNA did?
TNA Genesis was that in the main event, Booker T made his TNA debut as he teamed with Sting
Oh, okay.
to defeat. Yeah, they actually lost to Kurt Angle and Kevin Nash, but it was Booker T's TNA debut.
Kevin Nash running amok. I remember when he got added to that, and I was just like, okay, I can dig it. I love Kevin Nash.
So I
Being
just
part
want
of
to
this
point
mix.
out, like TNA was really throwing not Hail Marys. They weren't in a bad position, but they really started to put their balls out on 2006, 2007's shows. Like that's 2006 again. That's when they started talking to Kurt Angle. All right, we're gonna get Kurt Angle get signed by 2007. 06, you get Sting back to wrestling, and then they got Booker T out of his King Booker gimmick too. It was like they
Big
were
name
just
players, and then thinking about like the guys that were just there as the base, let's say the pillars of TNA, and now to see where they are now and what superstars they've become and legends and probably Hall of Famers, a lot of them. Like it's crazy. That's what they started with, and they said, "Hey, they did it right, man. They did it right."
Yeah, I mean Dixie Carter, I feel like deserves a lot of credit for running TNA the way she did back then. It was just, and all of the names we mentioned just then with Sting and Booker T. We're talking about people that like ended up forming the main event Mafia, which became like one of the biggest factions.
Oh, that's
in
right.
TNA.
Yep.
It's just she had a vision, man, and then the vision got with Hulk Hogan being brought in.
I was like, when was that? That
They
was
were
just
going
when
so
everything-
good, and then Bischoff and Hogan took over.
Yep.
What? I don't know. Let me pick a color for.
Did they get rid of the 6-sided ring when they came?
I don't remember. I remember it just going away one day and being like, "What?"
Right.
And the reason why I remember watching back, listening to some of the X Division wrestlers talk. They hated the 6-sided ring because it was a
because
lot harder to
the
wrestle on.
layout, because it's a lot more wood and it's a lot more lumber in between. So
Yeah,
it
the ropes
sucks.
weren't as sturdy as well. Like it was easier to lose your balance on the ropes. It was a whole safety decision. But I missed the 6-sided ring for nostalgia reasons for sure.
For sure.
I didn't know what color to do for 2008 ECW, so I just did purple. I feel like there's no color. It should just be gray for 2008 WWE
I like
ECW.
it though.
Well, that was always the thing too, like because I grew up tape trading and I grew up on ECW tapes. It was like the foundation of my favorite form of wrestling. But when WWE revamped it, I had no bones about it. It's only now that I look back that I feel like, oh, okay, no, it there's a lot missing from it.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Where did they take place at? 2008 in Manchester, England, in the Evening News Arena.
Okay.
Yeah, Evening News Arena. Dark match. Rowdy Roddy Haas defeated Snitsky. It was when Charlie Haas was ripping off the gimmick.
Wow, that's crazy work. How they would even think about doing anything like that.
Yeah. Jack Swagger, John Morrison, and The Miz defeated Crime Time and Tommy Dreamer. Random tag team.
Wow. Crime Time
and Tommy Dreamer.
I mean, they had to have just met up with him in the back and been like, yo, Tommy, like we need this or something. Primetime segments in the back were gold.
Always, yeah. Rest in peace to Shad Gaspard. He knows. All right, another match here. Mark Henry defeated Oliver Biney. Oliver Binney. I don't know.
Good, smash him. World's strongest slam.
That was during the. We're gonna give Mark Henry a big push. I don't think he was the ECW. Yeah, he wasn't the ECW champion just yet, but he was about to go on his run because Tony Atlas was his manager.
Oh, okay. Oh man, Tony Atlas.
You're there. He just lost it to this gentleman. Matt Hardy defeated Finlay to retain the ECW championship.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought they had the perfect opportunity to put the ECW title on Finlay, and I'm not like a huge Finlay guy, but at the same time, I am for who he like. I don't like the character, of course, but as a wrestler, as a guy, how could you not love Finlay?
Right?
Respect the hell of it. It's like William Regal. Like on screen, yeah, you can boo the out of William Regal, but respect
wise, like you can't. Nobody holds a candle to this man, and Finlay's so widely respected. I mean, to this day, to everybody. He's still training, right? He's still training everybody. Yeah, he's still training
specifically,
everybody. So.
I know he's worked on the women's division WWE for like the last 15 years. So let's read some segments on this ECW. Short card, of course. ECW was only an hour.
Okay.
Segments featured an opening video montage in honor of Veterans Day. It also included Todd Grisham conducting an interview from the broadcast table with ECW World Champion Matt Hardy backstage regarding his title defense against Finlay later in the show. We know how that went. Feature footage from SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 of Hardy facing Finlay included a "Did You Know" graphic, which read, WWE superstars had visited 200 military installations, bases, hospitals, aircraft carriers, and submarines in the past 5 years, which is cool. Again, I don't feel like we need to put this in the segment notes, but acknowledge.
Right?
Featured a video package hyping Cena's return at Survivor Series and recapping his debut on Raw with comments from WWE World Champion Triple H, Batista, JBL, Shawn Michaels, Maria, Jim Ross, Carl Edwards. Like, damn, there's a lot of people commenting. Oh, there's more. Cena's father, brother, and friends.
Wow. And this is 2007?
2008.
2008, okay.
Yeah, he had just returned again. There's like a couple 2008 John Cena returns, actually.
Right? I was about to say. Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, what? Another return?
Included an ad for the legacy of Eddie Guerrero, which in this typo note from Pro Wrestling Wiki, maybe somebody should go fix this. It says uncluded. I don't think it was uncluded. I believe it was included. Unless they're meaning that they actually like took it off.
They've uncluded this? Oh, I don't know. Now I'm confused, but they better not. How do you take something off for Eddie? So
featured an ad promoting WrestleMania 25 tickets being on sale.
Wow.
You know what? I take it back. We didn't need to read those segments. I feel like we could have just kept moving on with our life without those segments.
I think so. That was
just like 2008 ECW did. Wasted my time.
Damn.
Let's go somewhere else here. Oh,
yeah.
Back to Blue.
SmackDown
2011 SmackDown. It's gonna get a little weird here now. We're getting to the post 2010 eras.
2010 eras, yeah.
And on this edition of SmackDown, we were in the Echo Arena in Liverpool, England.
Ooh, okay, back in England.
Yes.
European tour.
Dark match. Justin Gabriel defeated Matt Striker. Nice.
Yeah.
I loved when the first season of NXT, the game show version, of course, came out. I was rooting for Justin Gabriel the most because I already knew who Daniel Bryan was. I'd already watched him in Ring of Honor. I thought for sure like him or Wade Barrett were gonna win it, but I wanted Justin Gabriel
just to come up.
I'm gonna give fans a little inside exclusive. Justin Gabriel's kind of a shitty dude. He's kind of a shitty dude.
Oh no, he's not a good person.
Yeah, met the guy. Not that great of a guy.
Well,
I hate to disparage people, but when people have already like burned the bridge with me, I have no bones about admitting it. Like, nah, kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Great wrestler though. Great wrestler though.
There you go.
Did my job. Sheamus defeated Christian. Boo.
Nah, Sheamus was just coming up.
Yeah. He'd already won the WWE title. It's like one of the fastest WWE title wins, and he won it his rookie year still, I think. Yeah, he did.
Drink it in, man.
They gave Sheamus the big push.
Oh, yeah.
Ted DiBiase Jr., not senior, but
Yeah,
it just
Junior.
says Ted DiBiase, defeated Jinder Mahal in a minute, 1 minute and 3 seconds. Mark Henry defeated Daniel Bryan, which wasn't surprising. We had a big rivalry between Mark Henry, Big Show, and Daniel Bryan for the World Heavyweight title that was just getting integrated everywhere in
Yeah.
2011. The Big Show defeated Andy Baker, Tom LaRufa, and Zach Zodiac in a 3-on-1 handicap
3-on-1,
match.
yes. That's when Big
Dude.
Show had to prove himself again.
If the name Zach Zodiac doesn't stick out to anybody, it should. That's actually Soraya's brother. He's somebody who should have been in the
That's
WWE a long time
right.
ago. Yeah. And he got buried by the Big Show.
Hell yeah, he did.
Along with Tom LaRufa and Andy Baker.
Big Show proving that he's still the Big Show.
Alicia Fox, along with Oksana ringside, defeated
Ooh.
Tamina with Rosa Mendez on her corner. The match was 1 minute and 59 seconds. Damn. We hadn't gotten there yet.
How far we've come.
Yeah, I know.
Oksana. I remember her.
Yeah, she could not wrestle. Let me just be straight up. She could not wrestle, but she was very beautiful for sure. I mean, she was brought in definitely for looks, and she was a manager for Claudio for a long time. I remember.
That's right.
Yeah, her and Claudio were like booed up on screen. This tag team here. Now I want the manager who's with this tag team to be in the team because I'm a Primo fan. Epico and Hunico defeat the Usos.
Nice. Dang, the Usos were just...
Yeah. I mean, I feel like they thought the Clones were going to go farther than the Usos, but they just didn't.
That was crazy because that, like, I thought watching as a fan too, I said, oh, wow, they're going to get, some steam behind them. As they should, but then it just didn't, it fizzled out fast.
I wasn't a fan of Epico and Hunico. Oh, all of a sudden what?
Like, I don't know, one of them got hurt or something, but then it just like fizzled out and it just became a nothing burger on that.
Well, yeah, they made them matadors and then it just got too goofy. And then I think, Epico had gotten hurt, or maybe I don't remember who it was actually. You're right. My thing was I liked Carlito and Primo as a tag team. I thought they had money with that.
Yeah, that was the tag team
for sure. And the Usos actually ended up being the biggest tag team out of all these. But
yeah, for sure.
Next match, Wade Barrett defeated Randy Orton. Although I will say, even that botch sounded cool. Wade Barrett
like
sounded fire. And then in a dark match at the end of the night, Randy Orton, Sheamus, and the Big Show defeated Christian, Cody Rhodes, and Mark Henry.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I read that out loud. And I was like, damn, Christian, all heels, Christian, Cody Rhodes, and Mark Henry.
This is my first time travel, so like, it's very cool to see these people that were just like thrown together in teams or whatever, and then to see where they're at now is like,
I know,
crazy. That's
anytime I bring up Cody Rhodes' past, it's really fun,
right? Because he was just in whatever, right? He was just in anything.
I was watching, week to week when he had debuted, when they brought him in, and then when he became in a tag team with Hardcore Holly and they were champions. I was like, I really like this Cody Rhodes guy. And then so much shit happened with him as a heel that made me go like, he sucks. I can only bring it up once more because I don't know how many times I brought this up. There was never any time I loved Cody Rhodes until after Stardust and he had left. And I remember a phone call I had with somebody. It was music related. I was talking to somebody like in the music world, and it wasn't wrestling related at all, but they knew I liked wrestling.
Okay.
And they were like, the best, this is 2016. So the best wrestler in the world right now is? I was like, who? And they said Cody Rhodes. And I laughed. I laughed at them. I was like, Cody Rhodes, whatever. Chortled. I learned that exact same year. No, they're not kidding.
What was their basis on that?
He had just went over to New Japan.
So Bullet Club, Cody Rhodes? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I guess. That makes sense.
He just started doing the Ring of Honor and New Japan stuff, and it started to really take off. Switch. Now this, we're not going to stay on long. This is just an honorable mention. Honorable mention for 2013 Raw.
Okay.
It was an okay Raw, and it had Bryan facing the Shield, but CM Punk and Bryan together faced the Shield. But overall, not enough to want to stop on this one. One thing that is worth mentioning, though, this Raw also took in took place in England at the Echo Arena.
Another European tour. I now that we're going over this, November is a European kind of tour.
It seems like it, yeah.
I remember that from being a kid because I always got the Survivor Series for my birthday, November 23rd. So like I would always,
You know.
I remember always the UK tour, the European tour being mixed out, even since the 90s. Like,
Good to know that your birthday's coming up too.
yeah.
You showed your hand. Yeah, I can only give an honorable mention to that. I think anybody who watched 2013 Raw will agree with me. We don't need to spend time here.
Yeah,
Our
yeah,
next
exactly.
our next stop takes place 2015 in the land of NXT.
Ooh,
2015 NXT.
very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. I feel like it was just about to start getting really good, but
Okay.
you were seeing the base of like, oh yeah, we're about to do some big stuff.
Buckle up, Teddy.
Bailey and the Hype Bros. I forget about the Hype Bros.
Whoa, the
Yeah.
Hype Bros.
Bailey and the Hype Bros defeated Alexa Bliss, Blake, and Murphy in a 6-man tag match, or a mixed tag team match.
Wow.
Nia Jax defeated Deanna. And then our main event, before they were FTR, before they were even the Revival, the Mechanics, Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson,
Whoa.
defeated the Vaudevillains, Simon Gotch and Aiden English.
The Vaudevillains.
Yeah, I hated them.
Ah, you hated them?
I hated the Vaudevillains. I thought they were
Ah,
horrible. Again, I know Simon Gotch is a great wrestler. They're like great wrestlers. Aiden English is a great commentator, even.
I
Going off of
loved
gimmicks,
them.
I wanted to punch him in the face.
Oh no, I loved it so much. I thought I was a vaudevillain.
There's a reason why they kept the gimmick going around for a little bit too. Like people did like it.
Yeah, it was
Man,
very.
just
I liked it.
love NXT. I love old NXT, of course. I mean, once it gets there's like a period between like 2019 and 2022 where I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. And then it
Yeah.
got like you and I talked about it recently. It got good again past that, but I miss them old 15 to 17 days. Oh man, Samoa Joe, Finn Balor,
Oh my gosh, yes.
dude, Shinsuke in NXT. Don't even get me
Like I
started.
fell off for a while until Keith Lee started
Ah,
making his resurgence, not resurgence, but just like making the splash and finally getting the push. And that's when I came back and I said, now I have to watch NXT weekly now because of Keith Lee. So shout out to Keith
Keith Lee
Lee.
will make you tune in.
Hell yeah.
All right, back on Raw. We're in 2019 Raw now. We're getting a little closer to current times. And I kid you not, I can't make this shit up. The November 11th, 2019 edition of Raw took place Manchester Evening News Arena in Manchester.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back in the Evening News Arena. In our matches, these are some banger matches I'm about to pull out on you. The Kabuki Warriors defeated
Yes.
Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair to retain the WWE
Wow.
Women's Tag Team titles. Drew McIntyre defeated Sin Cara.
Ooh.
Seth Rollins defeated Walter by disqualification.
Whoa, Walter was already in the mix. Yes, we're 2019. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Crazy, I know. That's what I was saying. Like, it's really about to get weird on you. Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, and the Street Profits defeated Imperium, Alexander Wolf, Fabian Ainger, Marcel Barthel, and Walter. 8-man tag team match.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Those
so
are
like
good
after the
times.
DQ finish, I guess I don't remember this episode, but Walter got disqualified, and then they had an 8-man tag team match.
Come back from commercial. We're in
Yeah.
an 8-man tag now. That's great.
Man, because they probably knew Rollins and Gunther 1-on-1 is going to be a main event match one day.
Yeah.
Andrade with Zelina Vega defeated Cedric Alexander.
Oh, sad times.
Soner Durson. Eric Rowan defeated Soner Durson. Who's that? I'm going to look someone up again.
Soner Durson.
It could have been just like a local talent. Maybe it's-
Local. This is when Eric Rowan was making his singles kind of run where he had that like spider in his, he had that
Uh-huh.
a bag or a spider or something.
Yeah. This was just a freelance wrestler out of Manchester.
Yeah.
His cage match literally has like very little to nothing. I think his nickname was the Turkish Wolf. That's cool. I'm like,
Hey,
I'm
that's
kind of
right.
doing a mini
down for
dive on
that.
him. I don't know. He's been around. He's been around since 2012. Just a lot of British indie promotions. Damn, never got to go to Progress. It looks like.
And he
Wow.
got squashed. He got squashed by Eric Rowan.
Boo for him. All right, back to
Fickle.
the
They're fickle.
The Viking Raiders, let's go, defeated
There we
Flash
go.
Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews. Okay, so this is right when NXT UK was popping. Because
Oh,
Flash
okay,
Morgan
yeah.
Webster and Mark Andrews were like the tag team there for me. Dylan will agree with me. They're
I didn't really
especially
keep up
Flash
with
Morgan
NXT
Webster.
UK other than champions.
Man, it is. I mean, I guess this also caters into being biased. I'm not very biased on this program often, but when it comes to British strong style wrestling, I will always be biased. It's my favorite genre of
Gotcha.
wrestling. Yeah, NXT UK was magic, man, magic. And then this is a random. I forget they're trying to give a rocket to this guy. Random main event, 6-man tag. Humberto Carrillo, Randy Orton, and Ricochet defeated the OC, AJ Styles, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows. But I forgot Humberto was like getting a big
Umberto
push.
by himself. That's weird.
Yeah, they were giving him a singles push at one point, trying to get him over, and I think they were gonna make him a U.S. champion, or maybe he even did win the U.S. title, and I just am fever dreaming. But I remember him being in the U.S. title picture, and it was like, this guy, really?
Umberto. That's crazy.
I know.
Because his partner right now, they weren't
Him,
together. They weren't together then.
no, him and Angel Garza were separate still, and then somewhere along the way, when the push stopped working, that's when the tag team got formed.
That's crazy. Because I would have thought Garza would have been the one to get pushed
Yeah, and I think they
first.
did also try to like separately give him a push. With Humberto, I just remember the fans loving him a lot. It was like one of those like, oh, that's our guy, fan favorite. Pick a new color. Yeah, this will work. I don't know what color to go, but this is 2020 Dynamite. It's like with
Oh,
Dynamite, I don't have a color, but
I'm changing them with you too, but I
I
don't know if you can
noticed.
tell.
I noticed the purple at least when it turns purple.
All right.
All right. Jade Cargill made her AEW debut on
Yes.
an episode of Dynamite, interrupting Cody Rhodes and announcing that Shaq would be coming to the
That's
promotion.
right. That was a crazy, crazy time.
Yeah. In
Did
the
Brandy come
same
out? Did Brandy come out?
I don't believe so. But if
No.
she did, I don't remember. I wasn't watching AEW yet myself.
Oh, okay.
And in the same episode, MJF was inducted into the inner circle and bought the entire group tickets to Las Vegas for the following week. After the evening's main event, Penta defeated Ray Phoenix, and
Oh,
Pac made his way onto the ramp to announce his return.
that's
Yeah,
right. God, rest in peace. That's right.
it's a short stop. There's not a full match. Squad stuff that happened. I mean, Dynamite was just barely getting its legs at that point.
Yeah.
But I could tell by your reaction, was significant enough at Dynamite where people remember it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I remember definitely when she announced Shaq and then Jade Cargill, because I remember the hype around her, and I think Shaq even had mentioned her or something. So there was a lot of hype around her already.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. And then I hate to say it, the hype got a little killed when she started getting in the ring. But then she
Yeah.
started to get trained by Daniel Bryan, and things made sense a little bit. And even when she was training with Danielson, it didn't look clean at all. I wouldn't say until like the last 4 months, even 4 to 6 months, has she started to really look like she gets it. But this isn't a Jade
It takes
Cargill
time.
travel.
Yeah, it takes time. It takes time.
All right, we're back. As you can see, lights are yellow. We're back at NXT for
Oh, okay.
2020. This is 2020 NXT going on at the same time as 2020 Dynamite. This was and a lot of people thought that used to be
Tuesday night
intentional.
Tuesday Night
Yeah,
Wars?
yeah.
That's crazy.
November 11th, 2020 edition of NXT. It was in the Capitol Wrestling Center in Orlando, Florida. Of course, Orlando
Mhm.
NXT. Can't. This one's not in England. Sorry.
Right?
But this first match, I think a lot of people remember as a big upset, and I remember Dylan brought it up during
Let's
one
see.
of our episodes. Leon Ruff defeating Johnny Gargano to win the NXT North American title.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah, Leon Ruff was getting a nice little push. I think
Also,
he was like just a organic like fan favorite, right? That they were just kind of like, all right, let's throw him a bone. Seemed like.
yeah, exactly, he was. Also here, Santos Escobar defeated Jake Atlas to retain the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. The Cruiserweight title was still active in NXT,
Yeah.
which
Santos Escobar's best work so far with WWE.
I'm almost mad Dylan didn't show up here because this is like the third time I thought, oh, Dylan could be very useful for this episode. If I'm not mistaken, Roderick Strong is the last cruiserweight champion, right?
Ooh,
It's funny because we have a whole cruiserweight through the table planned for these next couple months. I think like this month or next month, and
We'll
I
go
can't
over it.
remember.
I
Let's
don't
see.
remember either. But it
Last
sounds, yeah.
NXT Cruiserweight Champion. Because if I type in WWE Cruiserweight Champion, we're splitting hairs. Let's see. No, that's right.
Austin?
He lost it to Carmelo Hayes, who retired.
Carmelo Hayes retired it. Okay,
That's
because I was gonna say Austin Theory for some reason, but
Carmelo Hayes retired the Cruiserweight title. And that's awesome actually to think about. That
Right.
title has a lineage spanning, and that's why we're doing it through the table this month, spanning past NXT and WWE, going back to WCW even, like the
yep.
lineage of the Cruiserweight title and what it's done for wrestlers, smaller wrestlers. It has to be talked on. It has to be
Yeah,
spoken
for
of.
sure.
All right. Candice LeRae defeated Tony Storm on this NXT
Whoa!
episode. Yeah. Tony Storm, even when she got brought into NXT UK, was like, okay, we know that's who is going to be the big
That's
player.
a
But
star,
then
yeah.
when she got booked in regular NXT, it seemed like they didn't give a about her. What's up with that? And at the same time, no disrespect to Candice LeRae because she is equally as good, and she didn't get as much out of this going forward.
I mean, even she still hasn't, right?
Timothy Thatcher defeated Dexter Loomis.
Okay.
It was a 13.5-minute match, too.
Holy smokes! Dexter Loomis in a 13.5-minute match. I can see Timothy Thatcher working.
Yeah. The grappling tag team of Danny Burke and Oni Lorcan defeated Breezango to retain the NXT tag team titles in the main event.
Wow, main event.
Which the main event only went like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
They really...
Breezango.
I saw that 13:32 and I was like, damn, they were giving Dexter Loomis and Timothy Thatcher all the time on the card.
To grapple for sure.
All right, back to blue. Another honorable mention before we pass. We just got to pass over it. We got a 2022 SmackDown that we got to give a mention to.
Okay.
And though calling it honorable is weird, it barely even deserves the mention. We had a SmackDown in 2022 on this day, and it's just not worth the time going over. We just got to at least acknowledge that it happened.
All right, that's it. It happened. There was the 2022. Give me the main event at least. Nothing.
I got nothing for you.
Whoa.
I didn't even screenshot the card. I'll humor you. I'll humor you. Just because you're that interested, I'll humor you.
2022. We're only 3 years ago.
I know, and with 2022, at least, especially on AEW side, that's where I know wrestling getting really, really good again.
Yeah.
SmackDown, though, is discluded. I feel like SmackDown didn't start hitting until 23. Damn. It's just how the world was working. Let's see. There we go. November 11th, 2022. 11/11/22.
Give me a hell yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Our main event was Braun Strowman defeating Jinder Mahal in a SmackDown World Cup tournament.
Yeah, let's go ahead and just forget about that. Go ahead and forget about all of that.
Want to hear about it? And then I'll tell you before I leave that Santos Escobar beat Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yes.
All right, let's switch over. Boom.
Santos Escobar is supposed to be getting a resurgence push, so I'm excited about that.
I know. I am too.
He just
as you
signed
see,
again, so
Light's red now. I'm on Raw.
Yeah.
This Raw is 2024. Not in England. It was actually in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Okay. Back in the good old US.
Yeah, 2024 was kicking though. Damage Control, Dakota Kai, Io Sky, Kairi Sane defeated the Pure Fusion Collective, if you remember them. Sonya Deville, Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark.
Yeah.
Pure Fusion Collective. I just forgot the name.
PFC.
And then this one, yes, of course. Pete Dunne defeated Kofi Kingston. Of course he did.
Yeah.
Damian Priest defeated Ludwig Kaiser.
Mm-hmm.
And then our main event, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill defeated the Judgment Days, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, to retain the women's tag titles.
I miss Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair as a tag team.
That's as far as, we're up to 2025 now. Now, before we go, there's always other cool stuff we mention. There's little things that, get skipped over for a reason. These are all the little things on 11/11 we didn't mention. In 1965, I was there. Mad Dog Vachon.
Vachon. Yeah.
Mad Dog Vachon defeated the Crusher in Denver, Colorado to win the AWA World Heavyweight Championship.
the father of Luna Vachon.
I was like, yeah, I didn't know you were such a Mad Dog Vachon fan.
Oh yeah, I'm all about that family. Like
That's cool.
yeah, I love the Vachons.
This next one I know because I watched it on my Saturday Night's Main Event DVD. I'm a big Saturday Night's Main Event fan. 1987, WWE taped the 13th edition of Saturday Night's Main Event in Seattle, Washington. King Kong Bundy defeated Hulk Hogan via countout in the WWE
Wow.
Championship match.
That's fun. See, these get me excited because that takes me back to my childhood. And
Yeah,
King Kong Bundy was one of my favorite guys.
it's cool. That's really cool. Maybe we'll have to next time travel we do, we'll just try to dive a little deeper if we can. Which is it. Once we, earlier than the '90s, finding stuff is hard because you'll just find bits and
Yeah.
pieces of what happened. So, not impossible. In 2012, a big jump up to 2012.
No, yeah.
TNA's Turning Point pay-per-view in Orlando, Florida was headlined by Jeff Hardy defeating Austin Aries in a ladder match to retain the TNA World Heavyweight title match. And immortal Jeff Hardy. How could we not? How could you not? Same year, different company. 2012 New Japan Power Struggle in Osaka saw Prince Devitt defeating Low Ki to win the NJPW Junior Heavyweight Championship.
Wow.
Yeah.
2012. That's crazy.
Yeah, Prince Devitt, man. I remember Prince Devitt very, very fondly because my history in New Japan goes back at least what I remember to 2007. When I saw
Okay.
Kurt Angle holding a weird title with the TNA title, I was like, what is that? And that kind of created the rabbit hole for me finding New Japan. I was like, wait, Brock Lesnar wrestled here?
Yeah.
Those like some of the first matches I started to watch on the internet. I was like, Brock Lesnar in Japan. And then I started to like go from there. Yeah.
Yeah, like I never really kept up with like the junior titles or anything like that, but I always was who's the IWGP like heavyweight champ? Who is that?
At that time, it felt like you had to because Prince Devitt, Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, all major names. They all won the junior heavyweight title before the heavyweight title.
Yeah.
It was always like that stepping stone.
Mm-hmm.
All right, last thing. Notable wrestling birthdays. In 1960, we had Dump Matsumoto, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Definitely Japanese. Billy Gunn in 63 was born.
Whoa.
LA Knight in 1982 was born. And Crystal Marshall, the Crystal, if you remember Crystal.
I remember Crystal, yeah.
Yeah, she was born in 83.
Okay.
And then lastly, born in 94, Leo Rush.
Leo Rush.
Yep, born 11/11/94. And that concludes the 11/11 time travel.
11/11,
Hell of a
make a
timeline.
wish. Hell yeah. Very cool.
Make a wish. I forget that phrase. I was like, what? What? Just mention the Make-A-Wish Foundation to close.
But that's very cool that we chose this one, at least to pop off with me, because November is always a favorite era of wrestling for me, just because, like I said, my birthday, so I'd always get Survivor Series, and everything leading up to that month was always exciting for me as a kid. So November is always special for me.
The first time travels we did, of course, the first one we did was my birthday, and then we did one on Dylan's birthday, and we talk about it through these. Like the one we did on Dylan's birthday ended up getting lost, and we waited a full year to do it again.
Oh, wow.
So it didn't get released until like the third one, I think, or the fourth one. But yeah, now that I know your birthday's in November, I'm like, next November, I think we're gonna do that.
Because if we do November 23rd, which is my birthday, there's gonna be multiple Survivor Series or Raws. Like there, I distinctly remember Survivor Series landing on that date a couple times. It was like my birthday, so it was even more special. So
you've just like been jumped onto the list of many people I know with November birthdays too. Like I just have like my dad was born in November, my oldest niece was born in November, Alyssa's birthday is in November. It's a long list of people born in November that I'm like, damn, I gotta remember a lot of dates.
Sagittarius.
Leo Rush was born today, like,
right? LA Knight, yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right, time travels are always fun. They're always more fun to me when we get them done this quickly. I like this new method. Some of the older ones, you weren't here then, but the older ones, they took like 2 hours to get through sometimes.
Oh, okay.
So we did great today.
All right, cool.
Did great. All right, anything you want to say before we leave?
We got Survivor Series season coming up, so I'm excited for that. And we'll see what everything brings us. Wrestling in the Middle. There we go.
Full Gear season 2.
Full Gear season. Yeah, Full
I couldn't
Gear
let him
season.
forget.
Can't let him
I couldn't let him
forget.
forget. Didn't
Letting
let
go, it's coming.
Survivor Series take over.